Hello everyone, welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. My name is Vibhati and in today's session I'll discuss physics paper with you of AITS. So let's start with question number 1. The focal lengths of the objectives and the eyepiece of a compound microscope are 2 centimeter and 3 centimeter respectively. The distance between the objective and the eyepiece is 15 centimeter. The final image formed by the eyepiece is at infinity. The two lenses are thin. The distance of the object and the image produced by the objective measured from the objective lens are respectively. So over here FO is given, F is given, L is given. So we can write L is equals to V plus FE over here, VO plus FE over here, right. So FE will be 15 minus 3, that is 12 centimeter. Okay. VO is 12 centimeter over here. So we have FO, VO and we can find UO also, right. So it is 1 upon VO minus 1 upon UO is equal to 1 upon FO, right. So this will give you 1 upon 12 minus 1 upon UO is equal to 1 upon FO is 2. So from this one you will get UO as 2.4 centimeter, right. So correct answer is option number 1, 2.4 and 12 centimeter respectively. Next is this one. If a direct current of A ampere is superimposed on an alternating current flowing through a wire, what is the effective value of the resultant current in the circuit? So over here we have IDC and IAC. So I is equal to what? IDC plus IAC, right. So we want to find the effective value of resultant current. So we will find I square RMS, that is integration I square dt divided by integration dt from 0 to t, right. So over here it will be A plus, this is what? This is B sine theta, okay, right. So this is IAC is in the format of B sine theta because amplitude is B and this is of sine curve. So over here you can write it as I square RMS as A square plus B sine theta, A plus B sine theta whole square dt divided by integration dt from 0 to t will be t, right. So you can write it as A square dt plus 2ab sine theta dt plus B square sine square theta dt and integrate all these terms individually, divided by t and divided by t, right. So you will get the effective value of this current as A square plus B square by 2 to the power 1 by 2. Next is this one. A nucleus having energy decays by emission of a daughter nucleus having energy, but the rays are emitted when a continuous energy spectrum having endpoint energy. This statement is true. To conserve energy and momentum decay, in decay at least 3 particles must take part in the transformation. That is also true. In order to conserve energy and momentum, at least 3 particles should be there, right. So statement 1, statement 2 both are true and statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1 over here. Next is this one. A hollow sphere of radius r is made of metal whose specific gravity is rho. The sphere will float in water if thickness of wall of the sphere is, and thickness of wall of the sphere is much lesser than the radius over here. So let's say mass of the sphere is, this is the mass of the sphere, okay, and that will be 4 pi r square into thickness into specific gravity rho over here, and we have specific gravity is equal to your density in centimeter per gram per centimeter cube, right. So I am putting it as rho only. Then it is floating in water, so equivalent amount of mass of the water over here is what? It will be 4 by 3 pi r cube into density of water, right. So if this is floating, then m should be less than equal to m dash over here. So m is 4 by 3 pi r square t into rho should be less than equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho w, which is 1, density of water in gram per centimeter cube is 1. So over here 4 4 cancel, 1 r cancel over here, pi cancel. So this thickness should be less than equal to r upon 3 rho, r upon 3 rho, which is option 3. Next is this one, a capacitor of capacitance is first charged by connecting it across a 10 volt battery. So by keeping this K1 closed, so over here half CV square is the energy stored, half C is okay, the value of capacitor is not given, right? So it is 5 microfarad, 5 microfarad over here, 5 into 10 power minus 6 into 10 into 10, right? So this will be 250 microjoules. Okay. Now this, we are keeping this K1 open now and K2 closed. So this 250 microjoule will dissipate across two resistors, and it is I square R into T. So you can see that it is directly proportional to R, right? So the heat over here, the total heat energy dissipated in the resistor 2 ohm is equal to what? Let us say H1, and this is H2. So H1 upon H2 will be in the ratio of 2 upon 4, that is 1 by 2, right? 2 upon 4, that is 1 by 2 over here. So if H1 is 1, then H2 will be 3. So basically if you divide this 250 joules into 3 parts, one part will go to 2 ohm and 2 parts will go to 4 ohm. So it is 50 plus 100 microjoules. So this 2 parts will go to 4 ohm and this 50 microjoules will go to 2 ohm over here, which is option 2. Next is this one, a conducting rod of length L is hinged at point O. It is free to rotate in a vertical plane. There exists a uniform magnetic field in horizontal direction. The rod is released from the horizontal position as shown. The potential difference between the ends of the rod when it has turned by an angle theta is proportional to. So over here its center of mass will come here, right? So this is L by 2. So the drop in length is L by 2 sine theta. Okay. Drop in length of this rod is L by 2 sine theta, and potential difference is B omega L square by 2. Okay, we need to find omega first. So in this case, half I omega square, the kinetic energy gained is equal to potential energy dropped, which is mg L sine theta by 2. Okay, this is a rod hinged at one end, so I will be ml square by 3 into omega square is equal to mg L sine theta by 2. So m cancel, 2 cancel, L cancel. So we have omega square as 3g sine theta divided by L. So omega as under root 3g sine theta divided by L. So potential difference over here will be what? It will be B L square by 2 under root 3g sine theta divided by L. So you can see that it is directly proportional to L to the power 3 by 2 and it is directly proportional to under root sine theta, which is option 4. Next is this one, if a dipole of dipole moment is placed at point 0 comma y and a negative point charge at the origin of coordinate system, the net electric field at point x plus y vanishes. Okay. So we are placing a dipole having dipole moment pi cap at 0 comma y and we are placing one negative charge over here, right? And because of this, the electric field at x comma x plus y vanishes. That means electric field due to a dipole over here is equal to electric field due to this negative charge. So basically electric field due to this negative charge will be towards the charge like this, and in order to cancel this, the electric field generated by the dipole should be in the opposite direction like this, right? So if this angle is alpha, this angle is over here theta, then this tan alpha is half of tan theta, right? And over here you can see that this complete is if you take this triangle over here, So this is x and this complete is x plus y, and this is x and this much is again x according to the coordinates. So theta over here is 45 degree, right? Theta over here is 45 degree. Now if this is alpha, then this is also alpha. So this is theta plus alpha over here. So this is also theta plus alpha. So in this case, tan of theta plus alpha is equal to what? Perpendicular x plus y divided by base x. So it is tan theta plus tan alpha upon 1 minus tan theta tan alpha, and that is equal to x plus y by x. So tan theta is tan 45, so it will be 1. So we have 1 plus tan alpha, 1 plus tan alpha upon 1 minus tan alpha as x plus y divided by y, and over here tan alpha is half tan theta, so it is half into tan 45, which is 1. So it is 1 plus 1 by 2, 3 by 2, and 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 is equal to x plus y divided by x. So basically 3x is equal to x plus y, so 2x is equal to y. So y is equals to 2x, which is option 2. Next is this one. The weight of a body at the equator of a planet is half of that at the poles. Weight of the body at equator is half of weight at the pole. So mGE is equal to half mGP. Cancel, so GE is equal to half GP. Okay. If the peripheral velocity of a point on the equator of the planet is v naught, what is the escape velocity of a polar particle? So over here in this question it is given that weight at the equator is half of weight at poles, right? That means acceleration due to gravity at equator is equal to half of acceleration due to gravity at pole, right? So you can write acceleration due to gravity over here in this case Gp can be taken as G. So it is G by 2 is equals to G can be G minus omega square R. So in this case beta, you can write omega square R as G by 2. So G over here is 2 omega square R. Okay? So escape velocity is under root 2 GR, right? So it will be under root 2, G is 2 omega square R into R. So this will be 2 omega R. But omega r is what? Peripheral velocity v naught. So it will be 2 v naught over here, which is option 2. Next is this one. A piece of metal weighs 46 gram in air. Then it is immersed in a liquid of specific gravity 1.24. Okay, weight in air is 46 gram. Density of liquid at 27 degrees Celsius is 1.24 and it weighs 30 gram. When the temperature of the liquid is raised to 42 degrees Celsius, then it weighs 30.5 gram. Specific gravity of the liquid at 42 degrees Celsius is 1.20. Calculate the coefficient of linear expansion of the metal over here, right? So over here, W1 will be what? Actual weight minus buoyant force when the liquid is at 27 degrees Celsius, and W2 will be W minus buoyant force B2 when the liquid is at 42 degrees Celsius over here. Okay? When the liquid is at 42 degrees Celsius over here. So over here, if you calculate this value of buoyant force B1 upon B1 and B2, so B1 will be W minus W1, which is equal to 46 minus 30, that is 16, and B2 is 46 minus 30.5, that is 15.5. So if you calculate B2 upon B1, that will be 15.5 divided by 16, right? B2 is rho Vg, right? So rho is density at 42 degrees Celsius, V is volume at 42 degrees Celsius into G, and over here B1 is density at for 27 degrees Celsius into volume at 27 degrees Celsius into G. So this will be 15.5 divided by 16. So if you put the value of this as 1.20 and this as 1.24, you'll get most of your answer from here. right. So if you put this one as 1.20 divided by 1.24 into volume at 42 degrees Celsius is V naught into 1 plus gamma delta T divided by V naught into G, and this will give you 15.5 divided by 16. G cancel, V naught cancel, this will cancel. So you will get this expression, and after solving this expression you will get the value of this coefficient of linear expansion as gamma upon 3, and that is equal to 1 upon 3 to 0 per degree Celsius. Next question is this one. A small solid ball is dropped from a height h above the free surface of a liquid. It strikes the surface of the liquid at t is equals to 0. The density of the material of the ball is and that of the liquid is given. If the ball comes momentarily at rest at t is equals to 2 seconds, then initial height of the ball from the surface of the liquid was. We need to neglect viscosity over here. So over here the density of the liquid is given as 1000 and that of the ball is given as 500, and volume of the ball, let's consider it as V, and acceleration due to gravity as G. So it will experience 500 Vg in the downward direction and 1000 Vg in the upward direction. So acceleration of the ball over here is equal to net force, which is 1000 Vg minus 5000 Vg, that is 500 Vg. So it is 500 Vg divided by total mass of the ball, that is equal to 500 V. Right. So acceleration is equals to G, but in the upward direction over here. So we have V is equals to U plus AT, right. So V over here will be 0, U will be under root 2 GH, and it is minus GT. So over here T will be under root 2 GH into 10. So T is 2, so it is 20 is equal to under root 20 H. So if you square it, you will get 400 is equal to 20 H. So H is 20 meter over here, which is option 1. Next is this one. Water is flowing through the uniform horizontal tube of cross-sectional area A with a constant speed V as shown in the figure. The magnitude of the force exerted by the water on the curved corner of the tube is. So it is flowing like this. After crossing this curved corner, its direction of velocity will be this. So initial momentum is mv j cap, and after crossing the curved corner, its velocity will be making an angle of 60 degree. So this will be V cos 60 degree, and this is V sin 60 degree, right. So it is V root 3 by 2, and this is equal to V by 2. So over here final momentum will be mv root 3 by 2 I cap minus mv by 2 j cap. So change in momentum is mv root 3 by 2 I cap minus mv by 2 j cap minus mv j cap. So this will give you what? This will give you mv root 3 I cap by 2 minus 3 mv j cap divided by 2. Right. So this is the momentum. So let's find the magnitude of change in momentum over here. So this will be mv by 2 under root 3 square is 3 plus 9. So it will be 12, right. It will be 12. So and it will be 4 over here. So this will be mv by 2, 12 is 4 root 3, that is 4 into 3, so 2 root 3. So this is mv root 3. So that is change in momentum. So over here force will be dp upon dt, that is equal to dm upon dt into v root 3, and dm upon dt will be rho a v. So it will be rho a v into v root 3. So it is under root 3 rho a v square, which is option 1. Next is this one. A frog sits at the end of a long board of length L. The board rests on a smooth horizontal surface. The frog wants to jump to the opposite end of the board. What is the minimum takeoff speed that is relative to the ground that allows the frog to do the trick. Assume that the frog and the board are having equal masses. So let's say takeoff speed of the frog is u at an angle theta. So this will be u cos theta and this will be u sin theta. So because of the conservation of momentum, this board will move in this direction with the u cos theta because both have same masses. So in order to cancel this momentum of the frog, this board should move in this direction, right. So we need to find the relative minimum takeoff speed required over here. So time of flight will be what? Time of flight over here will be 2u sin theta by g. Okay. So in this time the frog should reach here. So in this case the time required will be what? It is L upon the relative speed in this direction, that is 2u cos theta. So over here we have u square as gl upon 4 sin theta into cos theta. So over here u square is gl divided by 2 times sin 2 theta. Now we want minimum, so sin 2 theta should be maximum. So it will be 1. So u square will be gl divided by 2 and u will be under root of gl divided by 2, which is option 3. Next is this question: a small spherical ball of mass m is dropped from a height h above a heap of sand. The ball penetrates up to a depth h from the surface of the heap of sand. Assume force on the ball by sand is constant throughout the motion of the ball in the sand. The force in magnitude is. So we initially it was at rest, now finally it is at rest. So total work done by gravity is mg h plus h, and work done by resistive force will be in the sand only, and that will be minus F into H, and that is equal to 0, work energy theorem. So F will be mg H plus H divided by H, and that is nothing but option 2 over here. Next is this one: two soap bubbles of equal radii are touching each other with an intermediate film separating them. So radius of the intermediate film is 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2, right. So over here it is 1 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4, that is equal to 0. So r is infinite, that means the intermediate film is plane surface. So the distance between these two will be equal to 2 plus 2, that is 4 centimeter, which is option 1. Next is this: a particle is projected vertically upward from a point A on the ground and it takes t1 time to reach point B and then t2 time from B to again A, right. Then what is the height of the point B from the ground is? So for, let's say its initial velocity is u. So over here height of the point B is h. So h is equals to ut1 minus half gt1 square, and total time of flight is 2u upon g, that is t2. So after putting the value of u in this expression, you will get the value of height as half g t1 t2, which is option 4. Next is this one: 1 mole of diatomic gas is being heated in a closed tank from 300 Kelvin up to 1000 Kelvin. During the process, the part of the molecule dissociate. At 1000 Kelvin, the energy of the diatomic molecule are only half of that of the whole gas. What factor has the pressure, has the gas pressure increased? Okay, so in this case, let's say there are n moles of the diatomic gas are dissociating into monoatomic gas, so they will become 2n. So remaining monoatomic diatomic gas will be 1 minus n only, right. So if you apply PV is equals to nRT for the first situation, so it is P initial into V is equals to n, which is 1 into RT, R is R and 300. But for the second situation, we need to find the number of moles, right. So for that, it is given that the energy of the diatomic molecule are only half of that of the whole gas over here, right. So half of the energy is with diatomic and half of the energy is with monoatomic gas over here, right. So you can write 5 by 2 RT into 1 minus x over here is equal to 3 by 2 RT into 2x, sorry n, right. So this will give you the value of N as 5 upon 11. So number of moles now after dissociation is 1 minus N plus 2N, that is 1 plus N, that is 1 plus 5 upon 11, that is 16 upon 11. So if you take the ratio RR cancel, this is cancel, VV cancel. So P initial upon P final is equal to 3 upon N is 16 upon 11 into 10. So it is P initial upon P final is 33 upon 160. So it will be 160 upon 33, which is option 1. Next is this one. In a region there exists a magnetic field along the positive x-axis, a metallic wire of length 2a and one side along x-axis and one side is parallel to y-axis like this, and angular velocity is omega over here. Then at the instant shown, the magnitude of the EMF induced between P and R is. So we need to find the magnitude of the EMF induced between P and R. So over here E PQ will be 0 because parallel to magnetic field. EPR EQR will be what? BVL, right? It will be BVL. So over here we don't have value of V, right? So you can write it as B omega square into A. B omega square into A, that is option 1. Okay. Next is a disk of radius r is rotating about its center with angular speed omega. It is generally placed on a rough horizontal surface. After what time it will be in pure rolling? So over here mr square by 2 into omega naught should be equal to 3 by 2 mr square into omega, right? So over here omega is equal to omega naught divided by 3. So alpha over here is 2 mu g upon r, and that is equal to, it will give you the value of time as r omega naught divided by 3 mg, right? Alpha is omega naught in omega into t, right? So r omega naught upon 3 mg is 3 mu g is the correct answer, which is option 3. Okay, option 2. Next is this one. A car moved towards a hill with speed. Okay, it's blown a horn of frequency f, which is heard by an observer following the car with speed. The speed of the sound in the air is v, then what is the correct option over here? So when the car is moving towards the hill, we are blowing a horn of frequency f and it is heard by the observer. So the observer will hear direct sound having apparent frequency f1 as f into v minus vo, because observer v plus vo divided by v plus v of car, because source is moving away from the car, and when echo from the hill, the echo will be heard by the observer of apparent frequency f2, which is f into v plus vo divided by v, right, v plus vo divided by v minus vo divided by v minus vc, v plus vo divided by v minus vc, right. So if you find the beat frequency f1 minus f2, you will get beat frequency as this much. Okay. So next is this one, expression of time in terms of g, h and c is proportional to. So if you find dimension of g, dimensional formula of g, it will be m minus 3 l square t minus 2. Dimensional formula of h will be over here m l square t minus 3 and c is lt minus 1. So time is directly proportional to g, h and c to the power something. So t can be written as m power minus 3 l square t minus 2 to the power a, ml square t minus 3 to the power b, and lt minus 1 to the power c. So after solving this one, you will get the value of a, b, c, and you can find the expression of time in terms of g, h and c as under root gh upon c to the power 5. Next is this one. A diode detector is used to detect an amplitude modulated wave of 60% modulation by using a condenser of capacity 250 picofarad in parallel with load resistance 100 kilo ohm. Find the maximum modulated frequency which could be detected by it in kilohertz over here. So over here it is 1 upon 2 pi RC, right. So, it will give you 6.37 kilohertz over here. So, modulation factor over here is 1 minus x square divided by n, that is equal to 4 upon 3. So, F max over here is 4 upon 3 into 6.37. So, it is approximately 8 kilohertz. Okay? So, correct answer is 8. Next is damped harmonic oscillator consists of a block, a spring and a damping constant. Initially it oscillates with amplitude of this much. Because of the damping, the amplitude falls to 3/4 of its initial value at the completion of 4th oscillation. If B is this much, then X is, what is the value of X over here? So, A is equal to A naught e power minus BT upon 2m, right. So, everything is given. If you put the value of all the things given in this situation, you will get the value of this one as 280, X as 280 over here. Next is photon with energy 5 electron volt are incident on a cathode C and on a photoelectric cell. The maximum energy of the emitted photoelectrons is 2 electron volt. When a photon of energy 6 electron volts are incident on C, no photoelectrons will reach the anode A if the stopping potential of A relative to C is. So, stopping potential over here will be what? It will be 5 minus 2, that is 3 electron volt, that is 3, right. So, stopping potential will be 3. Next is this one. A meter bridge is set up as shown to determine an unknown resistance X using 10 ohm. The galvanometer shows null point when tapping key is at 52 centimeter. The end correction are 1 and 2 centimeter respectively for the ends A and B. So, over here the effective length will be 53 and over here it will be 42 plus 2, 50 centimeter. Then determine the value of X. So, X upon 10 is 53 divided by 50. So, X is approximately 10 ohm over here. 11 ohm over here. Next question is, in the circuit diagram shown, the effective current through the source is. So, over here Y will be, Y over here is nothing but 1 upon R plus J times 1 upon XL minus XC, right. So, we have XL and XC over here. So, 1 upon R is, so Y magnitude will be under root of 1 upon R square plus 1 upon XL minus XC whole square. So, over here it will be under root 2 upon 100. So, this is the value of Y. So, I is Vy, that is 200 into root 2 divided by 100. So, that will be 2 root 2. Okay. Next is, consider an optical communication system operating at this nanometer. Suppose only 1% of the optical source frequency is available channel bandwidth for optical communication. How many channels can be accommodated for transmitting audio signals requiring a bandwidth of 8 kilohertz? So, over here we have F is equals to C upon lambda, right. So, C is 3 into 10 power 8 divided by lambda is 600 into 10 power minus 9, right. So, this is the frequency. So, number of channel over here is equal to frequency bandwidth available divided by bandwidth needed. So, it is 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 600 into 10 power minus 19 into 8 into 10 power 3. So, this will give you your answer as 625 into 10 power 10, right. So, correct answer is 625. Next is this one. An electron experiences no deflection if subjected to electric field of this much and magnetic field of this much. That means EV is equals to EE is equals to EVB. So, over here velocity will be E upon B, that is 3.2 into 10 power 5 divided by B is 2 into 10 power minus 3, right. So, radius will be R is equals to MV upon QB, right. M is given as 9 into 10 power minus 31, V is 3.2 into 10 power 5 divided by 2 into 10 power minus 3 into B is 2 into 10 power minus 3 Tesla. So, this will give you radius as 45 centimeter. Okay. Now, next is this one, a lamp emit monochromatic light uniformly in all directions. The lamp consumes 100 watt of power and is 3% efficient in converting electric power into EM waves. the amplitude of electric field of electromagnetic waves at a distance of 5 meter from the lamp is. So, we here P is 100 volt over here, but we have only 3%. So, it will be 3 watt. Okay? So, P available is 3 watt and intensity is P upon 4 pi r square, and for EM waves the intensity over here is half epsilon naught E square into C, right. So, we need to find the value of R. So, it is P upon 8 pi 2 pi P upon 2 pi epsilon naught E square into C, right. So, okay, R is given, we need to find E square. So, it is P upon 2 pi epsilon naught R square into C, put the value of P as 3 or 2 pi as 2 pi, epsilon naught 8.85 into 10 power minus 12, R is 5 and C is 3 into 10 power 8. So, over here E naught will be approximately 6 volt per meter, it will be 3 volt per meter, right. So, correct answer is 3. Next is this one, least count of a standard vernier caliper is this much. When the two jaws are in contact, the fifth division of vernier scale coincides with the main scale division and the 0 of the vernier scale lies to the left of the 0 of the main scale. This is negative 0 error, that is minus 0.01 into 0.5 centimeter. While measuring the diameter of the sphere, the 0 mark of the vernier scale lies between 2.4 and 2.5. So, main scale reading is 2.4 centimeter, vernier scale reading is 6 into 0.01. So, total reading will be 2.4 plus 6 into 0.01 minus of minus 0.05, right. So, this will give you your answer over here as 2.51 centimeter. Okay. Next is this one, in Young's double slit experiment, how many maximas can be aimed on a screen including the central maxima on both sides of the central fringe if lambda is this and d is this. So, d sin theta is equal to n lambda. So, sin theta is n, lambda is 2000 divided by 7000 angstrom. So, it is n upon 3.5. Now, sin theta is less than or equal to 1. So, n can be 0, 1, 2 and 3. So, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. So, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bright fringes. So, that is it for today's session everyone. Thank you so much. All the best.
Welcome to the video solution of chemistry section of Grand Test number 14. I am Nitin Verma, a chemistry faculty at Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. So, let us get started with the solution. First question was the correct statement related to colloids, and the answer to this question is this surfactants form micelle above CMC, yes, and it depends upon temperature. The remaining statements are incorrect. The process of precipitating colloidal sol by an electrolyte is not peptization, it is a process of preparation of colloid. Colloidal solution freezes at higher temperature because of the higher particle size. Micelles are macromolecular, right? So, that is true, right? They are associated colloids, they are not macromolecular. Next question, which among the following statements is false for the extraction of this? Anode are carbon electrodes, right? Graphite, for example. So, the other statement, hydrated Al2O3 precipitates when CO2 is bubbled through solution of sodium metaluminate. Addition of Na3AlF6 lowers the melting point. CO2 is evolved at the anode during electrolysis. So, the only among the statement false is this, right? Anode is graphite electrode. Which one of the following is the correct? PV versus P. We know that PV is constant as per Boyle's law. So, with pressure or volume it will not vary. So, the correct answer will be this graph, right? Choose the correct option from the following. Here the correct answer is this. Nylon 6 is an amide. Natural rubber contains cis alkene units. Cellulose does not have alpha, it's beta, right? Teflon is prepared by heating. Trifluoroethene is presence of persulfate catalyst, high pressure, right? So, that is the only correct. Electrons are more likely to be found where the amplitude of the electron wave is maximum, which is this. Memory based question, the correct answer is first option, of course. Sphalerite is zinc sulfide, calamine is zinc carbonate, galena is PBS, and siderite is iron carbonate. Yes, again, this one is the correct answer. Energy of 2s orbital of hydrogen is greater than that of the 2s orbital of lithium. This is because as the atomic number increases, the nuclear attractive force increases and the energy of the electron decreases. Which of the following example of conjugated is alternate single and double bonds, which is in this ketone we can see double, single, double, right? Which of the following is not a broad spectrum antibiotic? Penicillin G. Memory based question. Given below two statements, lithium halides are somewhat covalent in nature. Yes, because lithium possesses high polarization capability. True, right? So both are correct. The correct explanation. Which one of the following compounds used as a chemical in certain type of extinguishers? Of course, so baking soda, NaHCO3. On reaction with sulfuric acid, it produces carbon dioxide. This melting point of monocarboxylic acid with even number of carbon atoms is higher than those of odd number of carbon atom because of the higher symmetry. Yes, that is true. And solubility of monocarboxylic acids decreases with increase in molar mass. Yes, because of the increase in the length of hydrophobic alkyl chain, right? So both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation. In a flame test of a mixture of salts, a green flame with blue center is given by cupric ion, right? Which of the following is not an example of condensation polymer? Buna N. It is an addition polymer of butadiene and acrylonitrile. Nylon 66, polyamide, dacron ester, silicon, of course, condensation polymers. The pH of water increases with the increase in temperature. No, it decreases, because as temperature increases, water ionizes more, H plus ion concentration increases, and because pH is minus log H plus, so as with increase in temperature, H plus ion concentration increases, because of minus sign, pH decreases. So dissociation of water into H plus and OH minus is an endothermic process, because by definition it is dissociation, right? So both assertion and reason are false. During halogen test, sodium fusion extract is boiled with concentration of 3 to decompose cyanide and sulfide, right? Because if there is cyanide ion, it will react with HNO3, it will escape as HCN gas, right? And if there is sulfide, then on reaction with nitric acid, it will escape as hydrogen sulfide gas, both of which interfere with the test for halogens. Which of the following ketone will not give enomine on treatment with secondary amine? The one which is most bulky. Of course, this ketone has two very huge tertiary butyl group. It will be least reactive. An antiseptic Dettol is a mixture of two compounds A and B, where A has 6 pi electrons, right? And B has 2 pi electrons. So what is B? So it's topienol, because it is a 1 carbon-carbon double bond, so 2 pi electrons. Oxidation to toluene, that is PHCH3, to benzaldehyde, that is PHCHO, it can be accomplished by the reaction with chromic anhydride in an acetic anhydride, right, followed by hydrolysis. A simple reaction from NCERT book. Which of the following is most stable? This one, because it is planar, it is cyclic, it's completely conjugated, and it has 2 pi electron, that is, it follows Haeckel rule. Anti-aromatic, anti-aromatic, non-aromatic, right? The total number of possible isomers for this, so you can see this is an octahedral complex with Ma4B2 type formula, so it exhibits cis-trans isomerism, that is geometrical isomerism. These two Cl can be cis or trans with respect to each other, so 2 isomer. In another possibility, we can exchange bromine with chlorine, right? That is, we can take bromine inside, right? And then we can consider the two cis-trans isomer, or we can exchange one of the halogens with the counter ion, and now, right, now we can make two cis-trans. The total number of isomers will be 6. In a chemical reaction between stoichiometric quantities of KMnO4 and Ki, so guys, MnO4 has plus 7 state, it goes to MnO2, which is plus 4, that is, it takes 3 electron, and if we are reacting 4 moles of KMnO4, it will consume 12 mole of electrons. Now iodide, if it is going I2, so minus 1 to 0, 1 electron, and because there are 2 iodine and iodine molecules, so 2 electron. So basically, if 1 mole of iodine is produced, 2 mole of electrons would be produced along with that. And what is the number of moles of iodine released for this? So to produce 12 mole of MnO2, right, in order that 12 mole of electrons are produced for the reaction of 4 mole of KMnO4, 6 moles of iodine should react. So the correct answer here would be 6. Potassium chromate was layered with an equal volume of amyl alcohol. When it was shaken after the addition of 3% H2O2, CrO5 is found, which is a butterfly structure. So we know that, right? So there are 4 sigma bonds as in this singly bonded and one double bond. So 5 sigma 1 pi, or we can say 4 single bond and one double bond. So the correct answer is 4. Total number of isomers considering both structurally sterile isomers of C4H8O, you can see the degree of unsaturation is 1, right? Because for 4 carbon we have 8 hydrogens here. So the total number of compounds possible here, including structurally sterile isomers, will be 10, and these will be the ether. So first cyclic ether, tetrahydrofuran, or you can make the smaller ring. So now you can see this has chiral carbon atom here. So RS, a pair of enantiomers. This one is a plane of symmetry, right? So this will not have any chiral carbon. So this is one molecule. We can still make a smaller ring, right? This epoxide. So again there is a chiral carbon, RS possibility, right? Or we can take methyl here. Now this is an epoxide with 2 chiral carbon atom, but it is symmetrical. So there won't be 4 molecules, there will be 3 molecules, a pair of enantiomers, right? And one mesomer. Or you can take 2 methyl like this. Here it won't have any chiral carbon. So in total of 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 isomers, right? The osmotic pressure of blood is 7.47 bar. So we know that osmotic pressure is ICRT, which is given to be 7.47 bar, right? To inject glucose to a patient intravenously, it has to be isotonic with blood. That isotonic means same osmotic pressure. The concentration of glucose solution is, right? So Van't Hoff factor is 1 because glucose is a non-electrolyte. Now let us suppose we have to dissolve x gram of glucose. So if I divide x by 180, that gives me number of moles, right? Yeah. Okay, so solution volume is 1 liter, right? Because they have not given the concentration of glucose solution gram per liter, right? So x is the mass of glucose in gram, dividing by 180, it converts to number of moles divided by 1 liter, that is molar concentration. And the value of R you can take 0.083 liter bar, and temperature is given to be 450 Kelvin, right? Okay, great. So you can solve this and find out the value of x, which comes out to be 36. In the cobalt carbonyl complex, the number of cobalt-cobalt bonds is 1, right? And the terminal carbon monoxide ligands is 6, 3 on each. Right? And there are, so number of cobalt bonds is 1 and terminal carbonyl is 6, so total is 7, alright. Here we know that the temperature at which a reaction attains equilibrium is delta H by delta S. Why is this so? Because at equilibrium Gibbs energy, which is delta H minus T delta S, it is equal to 0. So temperature is delta H by delta S, right? The standard enthalpy change for the reaction is 165. So delta H is 165 kilo. Don't forget to remove the factor of kilo. Divided by entropy change. Entropy change for the reaction is given to be 550. That is in joules, right? So now you can work it out. It will come out to be 300 joule per Kelvin per mole. The temperature will come out to be 300 Kelvin, right? So that will be the correct answer. Elevation in boiling point for 1.5 molar. So we know that delta Tv is kbm and delta Tf is kfm. The elevation in boiling point for molar solution of glucose is 4. The molality is 1.5, right? The depression in freezing point for 3 molar solution is also 4. So this is 1 and this is 1.5, right? So this is 2. So kb by 2kf is 1, which is basically kb by kf is 2. So 2 will be the correct answer in this question, right? So in this question, x is the number of graphs which represent first order, right? So this is first order. Concentration decreases exponentially with time, and as the concentration increases, the rate also increases. So the value of x is 2, and the remaining 3 graphs are for zero order reaction, right? As time passes, rate remains constant for zero order. This is a half-life. For zero order reaction, half-life is directly proportional to the initial concentration, right? And as concentration increases, the rate remains constant, because for zero order, the rate does not vary with concentration, right? So x, a, b and d, these are for zero order. So x is 2, y is 3. So x is to y is 2 raised to the power 3, that is 8. right? So 8 is the correct answer here. Then LETM is sweeter than sucrose by how many? This is a memory based question. The answer is 2000 times. Okay, so that's all in this solution, guys. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, dear students, welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. Let us see the solution of this particular question paper. Dear students, first question, this is the paper related to 24th date AITS, right? So the first question, alpha beta are the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus bx plus 2 equal to 0, whereas 1 by alpha 1 by beta are the roots of this particular equation. Find from this equation we can say alpha plus beta is minus p, alpha beta is equal to 2. Now I want to simplify this expression, my dear friends. You just multiply these two and these two. If you multiply these two, you will get alpha beta minus alpha by beta minus beta by alpha plus 1 by alpha beta multiplied by this is alpha beta plus 1 1 by alpha beta, right? So now my dear friends, alpha beta is already, you see 2 plus 1 by 2, which is 5 by 2 minus of alpha square plus beta square by alpha beta into this is already 2, 3, 4 and half, that is we can say 9 by 2, my dear friends. In the options 9 by 4 is there, so this is fine. So alpha beta is already 2, my dear friends. So 5 minus of alpha square plus beta square into 9 by 4 you can write. So what is the formula for alpha square plus beta square in a quadratic equation? So this is going to be, you see, b square minus 2ac by a square, b square minus 2ac by a square, which is p square minus 4 is its value. So 5 minus p square plus 4, my dear friends, into 9 by 4. So 9 by 4 into 9 minus p square is the answer. 9 minus p square, but q is different one, so be careful with p and q. So 9 by 4 into 9 minus p square. Next, my dear friends, the system of linear equations has infinitely many solutions, right? Then you have to find lambda and mu, because in the equations lambda is the unknown, mu is the unknown. Now this particular point, the distance of the point from the plane, both are two simple different concepts. So how to find infinitely many? In the sense, the system of equations of which this is easy equation 1 1 1 0, second one you can write like 8 1 4 minus 2 lambda minus 3 0 mu, my dear friends. So by rank method I try to make it like, you see, this is going to be 1 1 1 0, multiply with 8 and subtract 0, this is minus 7, this is minus 4, this is minus 2, and here multiply the first row with lambda and subtract 0, this is lambda means minus 3 minus lambda, this is 0 minus lambda, this is mu itself, right? With the help of this, my dear friends, I want to make this is 0. So in the next step what I do is, let the first row be this, second row you multiply with, so minus 3 minus lambda, so that this becomes 0, this is 7 into lambda plus 3, and whereas this is 7 into 4 into lambda plus 3, I can say this is 2 into lambda plus 3. In the same way, multiply the second row with minus 7, this is 7 into lambda plus 3, this is 7 lambda, this is minus 7 mu, my dear friends, minus 7 mu. Now subtract R2 minus R3, this is going to be 1 1 1 0, 0 7 into lambda plus 3, this is 4 into lambda plus 3, this is 2 into lambda plus 3. Now 0, this is again 0, here you subtract, my dear friends, 7 lambda minus 4 lambda is 3 lambda minus 12, whereas minus 7 mu, this is going to be minus 7 mu minus 2 lambda minus 6. You see here, now to get infinitely many solution, this must be 0, so lambda is equal to 4. If lambda is equal to 4, this is minus 8 minus 6 is minus 14, so which is mu is equal to, you see, 7 mu is equal to minus 14, mu is equal to minus 2, my dear friends. Once you know lambda and mu, you have got lambda value 4, mu value minus 2. Can't you find a distance from point to a plane? Yes, you can just apply the formula mod ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d by root of a square plus b square plus c square. You will get the answer, I guess 10 by 3 you are going to get. Next, my dear friends, you see z be a complex number which satisfy mod z plus 5 less than or equal to 4. Geometrically this represents interior of a circle with center minus 5 comma 0 and radius 4 units. This is the circle, my dear friends. And this second condition is z you take x plus iy into 1 plus I plus x minus iy into 1 minus I is greater than or equal to, we can say, my dear friends, minus 10. You just simplify this, my dear friends, you will get x plus ix plus iy minus y plus x minus ix, this is minus iy plus, you can say, my dear friends, I square is minus y, this is also minus y greater than or equal to minus 10. These get cancelled, twice of x minus y greater than or equal to minus 10. So, x minus y plus 5 greater than or equal to 0. So, which is line followed by half plane which passes through the point, you see, minus 5 comma 0, you can just see minus 5 comma 0 with slope 1, my dear friends. This is the straight line. So, 0 0 satisfies that condition, means the common points of both the regions are below this half circle, that means interior points of this, my dear friends. These are the z which satisfy both the conditions. Now, the maximum value of mod z plus 1 whole square. Z plus 1 whole mod z plus 1 represent the distance of all the points z from the point minus 1 comma 0. You see, friend, this is the point minus 1 comma 0. So, from this point to you can find distance to any point in z, the undoubtedly the farthest point is here, my dear friends. So, this distance is mod z plus 1. My dear friends, here you can say one point, this is center, this is radius, you can say, because this is passing through the center, right. So, radius is going to be 4 here, and out of 180, 40, the slope is 1, in the sense here 45, this is 135 degrees. And you can apply cosine rule to find this. Suppose this is k square is equal to 4 square plus 4 square minus 2 into 4 into 4 into cos 135 degrees is minus 1 by root 2, right, which gives, my dear friends, 32 minus 16 root 2 plus. So, which is given as alpha plus beta root 2, alpha is going to be 32, beta is going to be 16, 32 plus 16 is 48 is the answer, dear students. Next, you see, these are two simple statements, you can just try this. P implies Q, you can write like negation P or Q, or you can write negation P, no, this is P or negation, so this is Q, right, Q or negation P. Interesting point is all symbols are R only. So, by associative law you can take any order, P or negation P, you can just see, my dear friends. See, the first point is, yeah, P implies Q is negation P or Q, or second one is Q or negation P. You can just see, my dear friends, all statements are, you see, you can write like negation P or Q here, you can just see, my dear friends. So, if it is P, my dear friends, you can say, so this is P implies Q, he said this is tautology. If I am not wrong, if there is no printing error, actually this is negation P or Q, but suppose you can also check, I guess you have to get it as a tautology, but this is P implies Q is negation P or Q, here negation is Q or P, sorry, this is Q or P. So, once again, friends, so to avoid confusion, let me repeat. So, we know, my dear friends, P implies Q is equivalent to negation P or Q. So, first one I can write negation P or Q, or second one I can write Q or P, this is the one. So, my dear friends, all are same symbols, P or negation P is always tautology. True implies true or any statement is true. It is a tautology, is a correct statement. Second one, here also you can see, my dear friends, all are, you see here R symbol is there. Why don't you apply, this is P and Q are R. P and negation P, or P and negation Q are Q, my dear friends. You just see, my dear friends, this is P and Q are R. P and Q are P and R. P and R, this is. Now, my dear friends, here you see all symbols are and, P and negation P is always false. So, false and any statement is false. This is false, my dear friends. Or you can also say here Q and negation Q is always false. False or any statement is false. So, this is also a fallacy. Fallacy means contradiction. So, both the statements are correct, my dear friends. Yes. Next, you just see three circles of radii ABC where A less than B less than C touch each other externally if they have x axis as a common tangent. My dear friends, that means here you have one circle, here you have another circle, and there may be a circle which touch these two lines and all. The smallest circle radius is A, this radius is A, the next circle radius is B, the largest circle's radius is C, my dear friends. Largest circle radius is C, because A less than B less than C. Now, my dear friends, we want a relation connecting A and D. You can observe one important point. If two circles touch each other externally, suppose the radii are R1, R2, you think about this common, direct common tangent. Okay. So, here, my dear friend, direct common tangent formula is square root of D. Distance between their center is R1 plus R2 whole square minus D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square, that is R1 minus R2 whole square, which becomes square root of 4 R1 R2, my dear friends, which is 2 into root of R1 R2. So, first point is, if two circles touch each other externally, the length of this direct common tangent is going to be 2 R1 R2. Here, suppose this point is P, this is Q, this is R, my dear friends. So, PQ is direct common tangent length between this. So, PQ is going to be twice root AB, QR is going to be twice root AC, whereas these two are touching each other, PR is going to be twice root AC. So, this plus this is going to be this. So, my dear friends, you can say root AB plus root AC is equal to, you see, root AB plus root AC is equal to root BC, it is root BC. So, here, my dear friends, you just divide with root of ABC, you will get 1 by root C plus 1 by root B is equal to 1 by root A. This is the condition you are going to get. This option will be there in the options. Next, f of x is a polynomial function such that this condition is satisfied. I want this limit. Friends, we can say one thing, f of x is a polynomial, you see he said, but its degree x power 5 he has written means f of x should have degree 5, otherwise impossible. You can try like this, my dear friends. F of x is, suppose you can't get x power 5 quotient A, you can remove, because whatever x quotient f of x have, that will be there in RHS, because f dash x will have degree 4, f double dash x have degree 3. So, you can take x power 5 directly, x power 5 plus a x power 4 plus b x cube plus c x square plus dx plus e, you can take. These are the unknowns. You just find f dash x, my dear friends, which is 5x power 4 plus 20, this is 5x power 4 plus you can write 4ax cube plus 3bx square plus 6cx plus d it is. And f double dash x, my dear friends, you can take here. This is 20 x cube plus 12ax square plus 6b x plus 6c, my dear friends. If you add all these things and compare with x power 5 plus 64, this is x power 5, a plus 5 is 0, so a value is minus 5. You see, b plus 4a plus 20 is also 0. 4a is already minus 20 plus 20 got cancelled, you got b is equal to 0. Now next step, c plus 3b plus 12a is equal to 0. So b is 0, my dear friends. 12a is minus 60, so c is minus 6. 12a is minus 60, so I can say this is 60. C is equal to 60, my dear friends. In the same way, you can find D and E, my dear friends. So you will get f of x completely. Mostly x minus 1 will be a factor to this. So you can just apply L'Hospital's rule, you will get the answer for this. That's it. You just keep on continuing. The way we got B value, C value, you will get D and E also. Now you can just find f of x is a polynomial by x minus 1. So you will get 0 by 0, apply L'Hospital's rule, you will get limit extends to 1 f of x by x minus 1. Next, my dear friends. First parabola, second parabola have a common normal. Array, how will you take normal to this particular parabola with slope m? Y is equal to mx minus am cube minus 2am. This is the formula. Right? For a standard parabola, y square is equal to 4ax. Here for y square is equal to 8ax, what is the common normal? Y is equal to mx minus a stands for, here you see 2a is here, okay, 2am cube minus 4am. And second one, this is for this also you can write y is equal to m into x minus c is equal to 4b is here, bm cube minus 2bm it is, right. So my dear friends, now if these two are the same, compare the coefficients. You see, minus 2am cube minus 4am is equal to minus mc minus mb cube minus 2bm. So m, he said m not equal to 0 in the problem, so he has given, so take out m cancel, you are going to get 2am square plus 4a is equal to, this is in fact my dear friends mc, right, this is minus mc, minus you can cancel, you have cancelled minus m, so that this is c plus b cube, this is plus 2b it is, minus m I have cancelled. So my dear friends, you will get from this like a condition a, b, c. So you will get here m square value is going to be, this is my b cube it is, right, m is got cancelled. So 2a m cube is here, this is minus m b cube it is, minus m is cancelled. So b m cube, this is not m b cube, this is minus b m cube, this becomes plus b m square it is, so b m square it is. Yeah, so you can find, you can write my dear friends 2a minus b into m square is equal to c plus 2b minus 4a. So m square is equal to c plus 2b minus 4a by 2a minus b. So he is asking which choice is fine for a, b, c. You see, in the options you can just try which satisfies this must be greater than 0, my dear friends. So I think only one option satisfies this, okay. Next, my dear friends, Aij is a 3 by 3 matrix where whenever I is equal to j, it is 1. Whenever mod I minus j is 1, it is minus x. So here minus x, here 1 2, no, here you see this is 1 2, 1 3 is 2x plus 1, and this is 2 1 is minus x, 2 2, 2 3 is minus x, this is 3 2 is minus x, this is 2x plus 1, this is the matrix. Now he said f of x is det A, my dear friends. You just find this determinant, you are going to get a cubic expression like 4x cube minus 4x square minus 4x something you are going to get. Then the sum of maximum and minimum values of this particular expression. Arey yaar, you just take its derivative, make it equal to 0, you just see where f dash x becomes 0, f dash x becomes 0, you will get the values say alpha and beta, just find f of alpha, f of beta, their sum he is expecting, my dear friends. I think minus 88 by 27 you are going to get, that is it. Next, you see it is like e power 2x minus 1 minus 2 into this is there. Actually, if you write e power x expansion, e power x is equal to 1 plus x power 1 by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial plus x cube by 3 factorial and so on. He has given this expression, my dear friends. So, you are going to get, after this, x square by 2 factorial will be left. He said this is a quadratic expression with roots alpha and beta. So, you just multiply with x minus alpha whole square in the numerator and denominator. Now, my dear friends, exactly if this is replaced by this part, so you are going to get x square by 2 factorial by x square is there. So, you will get 1 by 2 factorial. So, my dear friends, here you are going to get 1 by 2 factorial. So, into as x tends to beta, you are going to get alpha minus beta whole square, right, e power x minus 1 minus, this is nothing but 2, my dear friend. This expression is 2, this expression. So, it also requires 4 here, you have to multiply 4 here, because the total expression is 2 into this quadratic part, that is x. So, my dear friends, here 4 is already there, by 2 factorial part 2 will be 2 into alpha minus beta whole square. Alpha minus beta whole square you can write like mod alpha minus beta is root of b square minus 4ac by root of b square minus 4ac by mod a. It is square, my dear friends. This is 2 into b square minus 4c is the answer. Next, my dear friends, the foot of the perpendicular from first point onto the second line is given, my dear friends, 3, 5, 7. Since this point 4, 3, 8 is given and the line A is unknown, B is unknown, here L is also unknown. So, what you can do is, first of all, you can just find the DRs of this line 1, minus 2, 1. This DRs and this line DRs are L, 3, 4. You just apply dot product is equal to 0. So, I can say, yeah, you will get L value. Now, after getting L, you just substitute this point on the line. So, A in place of x you put 3, y you put 5, z you put 7. If you equate, you are going to get A value, B value. So, this line is completely known, my dear friends. Okay. Now, we need to find the shortest distance between two skew lines, which is the standard one. You know 2 points on the line A and C. So, AC bar, B bar, D bar box by magnitude of B cross D. Okay. This gives the shortest distance. So, my dear friend, this differential equation you just divide with sin square 2x, you will get dy by dx plus 8 plus, if you write 2 sin 2y cos 2y, you are going to get here 4, no, 4, sin 2x gets cancelled, cos 2x by sin 2x means cot 2x you will get is equal to 2 e power minus 4x into, I have divided with sin square 2x, my dear friends. So, let it be by sin square 2x you write into this bracket. Now, you need to find, it is LDE, my dear friends, into y is there. So, e power integral p dx, e power integral 8 plus 4 cot 2x, my dear friends. So, which is e power 8x, you can write, yeah, integral plus 4 into log mod, you see cos 2x integral is, you see, you can say like cot 2x, no, cos x by sin x, right. You can write log mod sin 2x by 2, my dear friends, which is e power 8x into this 2 will be there into e power sin square 2x, it is sin square 2x. This is going to be the integrating factor. So, the solution is y into integrating factor e power 8x into sin square 2x is equal to, my dear friends, you can say integral of this part. So, sin square 2x gets cancelled, e power 8x gets cancelled, you will get 2 e power 4x into 2 sin 2x plus cos 2x dx, my dear friends. Now, here if you take e power 4x as t, you will get e power g of x into f dash I mean e power g of x into some cos 4x, you take it as t, my dear friends. This is going to be, you can say sin 2x, you take it as t, you will get e power, we can say like here f of x into f dash x into g dash x will be, you just take 4x as t, my dear friends, you will get this is t by 2, t by 2 and all, it perfectly fits like e power, you will get like e power cos 2x by some number you are going to get, plus c will be. To find the integration constant, he will give y of pi by 4, he has given, you just find this, you will get y of pi by 6, my dear friends. Simplification, regular routine calculation, standard it is LDE. Next, my dear friends, a bar, b bar are given, so he finally wants a cross b cross c magnitude. Can I write it as magnitude of a cross b into magnitude of c bar into sine of the angle between them? He has given a cross b and c bar angle is sin pi by 6, my dear friends. So a, b are known, you just find the cross product and its magnitude you can find, it's not a big deal, because you can put I cap, j cap, k cap, this is 2, 1, minus 2, 1, 1, 0, which is I cap into, I can say 0 minus of minus 2 is 2, minus j cap into 0 minus of minus 2 is 2, plus k cap into 2 minus 1 is 1. So my dear friends, its magnitude is going to be root 9, which is 3, and mod c into sin 30 degrees is 1 by 2. Now you want mod c, for this you can take this magnitude, root of c bar minus a bar is given as 2 root 2, its square is magnitude of c bar square, let it be k square, plus magnitude of a bar square, it is already known, which is its magnitude is 3 friends, 9, minus 2 a dot c is going to be is equal to its square, no, we can say this is 8. A dot c is magnitude of c he has given, so this is also k, my dear friends, k square minus 2k plus 1 equal to 0, k is equal to 1. Magnitude of c is 1, so the answer is 3 by 2, my dear friends, that is all. Next question, this is this integral, you see x by pi minus step x by pi means fractional part of x by pi, so we can say that it is periodic function with period 1, so x by p, right, so period pi, right, so we can say this integral like 100 into integral 0 to pi sin square x, in that case fractional part of x is going to be, my dear friends, this is e power, my dear friends, you can say here this is just e power it is, right. So fractional part of these you can say here sin square x by, this is fractional part of, I can say x by pi, right. So here I can say one thing, sin square x you can write like 1 minus cos 2x by 2, that is fine, integral 0 to pi, integral 0 to pi x by pi is between 0 to 1 only, fractional part of x is x itself, 100 times integral 0 to pi, you can write this is 1 minus cos 2x by 2 into this fractional part of x is x by pi itself, my dear friends, okay, this is the one dx. I guess there must be e, my dear friends, otherwise you won't get e power, I think e is missing here in the printing, this may be I think e power it would be, so this is going to be 100 by 2 is 50 into integral 0 to pi e power minus x by pi into 1 minus cos 2x dx. So my dear friends, now you can do this 50 into e power minus x by pi integral 0 to pi dx minus 50 into integral 0 to pi e power minus x by pi into cos 2x dx, my dear friends. So we have direct integral formula for this, even we also have integral e power ax into cos of bx plus c, we have a formula like e power ax by a square plus b square into a cos bx plus c plus b cos a cos bx plus c minus b sin bx plus c. So, if you apply this, both the integrals will be evaluated, you will get the answer, dear students. Next, you see the probability of Ramesh using car or scooter or bus, car, scooter or bus or train for going to office respectively 1/7, 3/7, 2/7, 1/7. And the probability of his reaching the office late using these modes of transport is this, and one day Ramesh reaches his office on time, means he is not late. Not late probability are, you can say 5/9, sorry 7/9, 8/9, 5/9, this is going to be 8/9, not late. Okay. Now then the probability that he used car on that day. So reaching on time probability is by car 1/7 into 7/9 plus 3/7 into 8/9 plus 2/7 into 5/9 plus 1/7 into 8/9. In these 4 cases, I want car case. This is 1/7 into 7/9. This is the case, my dear friends. This is what we call total probability Bayes theorem application. So, next, you see given A1, A2, A3, here some data is missing, given these are in GP, my dear friends. So, here is said these numbers are in GP. So, we can say A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. If you take A1 into A7 is equal to A2 into A6 is equal to A3 into A5 is equal to A4 square. So, A3 into A5 is A4 square, A1 into A7 is also A4 square is equal to 1/1296, which is 1/6 whole power 4. So, positive terms also he mentioned, he did not write here in the data, it is there. A4 is 1/6. If you know A4, you can find A2. So, if you know A2 and A4 in a GP, A2 means AR, A4 means AR cube. If you divide second by the first, you will get R square value, so you will get R value, right. So, if it is R, my dear friends, I can say now you can find A. So, A6, A8, A10 you can find in some simple calculation, right. Next, friends. So, for xi minus I, for these entries, sum of the squares is 45, sum is 9. Their standard deviation is sigma xi square by n minus mean is 9/9 whole square under root. So, root of 5 minus 1, which is 2, my dear friends. For xi minus 5, the standard deviation is 2, for xi also 2, that is all, that is it. Next, my dear friends, PQR is a triangular park with PQ PR 200, okay. This is 200, PQ and PR to be 200, my dear friends. Next, a TV tower stands at the midpoint of QR, okay. Tower stands, right, okay, and the angles of elevation of top of the tower at P, Q, R are respectively 45, 30, 30. That means, my dear friends, it observes at an angle of, if it is 90 degrees here, so this is 45 and this is 30. If it is 45, my dear friends, you can just observe, if this is the height, this is also height, because this angle is 45 degrees. So, this is going to be H, my dear friends. And for this another triangle, this triangle, he said this angle is 30 degrees, right. If this is H, this is H root 3, my dear friends. So, this is also H root 3. Now, my dear friends, since it is isosceles triangle, the median itself, the altitude, H square plus H square into 3 is equal to 200 square. 4H square is equal to 200 into 200, 450 times. So, 50 square into 2 square, okay. H is equal to 100, my dear friends, that is all. Next, AD, BC are two vertical poles at A and B respectively, okay, on a horizontal ground. AD is 8, okay, and BC is 11, given AB is equal to 10. Friends, you just take A at origin, okay, AD is a pole, right. So, you take here at 0, 8 AD, and BC is 11 and AB is 10, he said. AB is 10 means this point is 10, 0, and he said BC is 11 means BC will be, C will be here, you can say 10, 11 it is. Okay. Now the distance in meters of a point. Now the distance in meters of a point M on AB from the point A such that, okay, I want M, I want from here such that MD square plus MC square is minimum. MD square plus MC square is minimum. Okay, suppose my dear friend, let this point be x, 0 because x is moving on x axis itself. So you can just form the equation, friends, x square plus 8 square under root plus, you can say my dear friend, this is x minus 10 whole square plus 11 square. This is simple my dear friends, a quadratic expression 2x square minus 20x plus 100 121 64 my dear friends, this is 5 285. Now this is a quadratic expression, we want its minimum value, 4ac minus b square by 4a. Of course x can be 0 to 10 only, anyhow minus b by 2a is going to be, this is, it will have minimum value minus b by 2 into a, this is 5, when m is 5 it is going to be, right. Then the distance of a point from M, that is what he is asking my dear friends, 5, okay, right. Next my dear friends, you see this equation you can arrange like, array yeah, 25 into 9 225a square plus 9b square plus 25c square minus 75ac minus 45ab minus 15bc my dear friends. So you can say like 225 means 15a whole square plus 3b whole square plus 5c whole square minus, you see 75, 15, yes 15 into 3 45, 15 into 5 75, 5 into 3 15. It is like x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx, right. This is 0 possible only when, you see my dear friends, x is equal to y is equal to z, you know. So that means my dear friends, you will say that, so 15a you can say, you can arrange it like, you see you can arrange here like, you see 15a minus 3b whole square, like that you can arrange, right. It is like x square plus y square is going to be 0, in the sense x is equal to y is equal to z, 15a is equal to 3b is equal to 5c my dear friends, from which you can find a, b, c, which you can find to be in, yeah, this is 1, this is 5, this is 3 kind of, okay. So 1, 3, 5 will be in obviously AP. So first statement is correct. Similarly, if x, y, z are in AP, these three numbers are also in AP, means sum of these two is equal to twice of this. Apply tan my dear friends, 2 tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus tan inverse z. Apply tan and you will arrive at a conclusion that x, y, z will be in AP. So both the statements are correct. Next, you see, consider the hyperbola x square minus 2y square is equal to 4. Let the tangent, you see this is the hyperbola, actually x square by 4 minus y square by 2 is equal to 1. So this is the hyperbola my dear friends. So let the tangent at the point P is given. So tangent, focus, okay, meet x axis at Q my dear friends, okay, and the lattice rectum R at x1 y1 where x1 positive. Suppose lattice rectum means this is the focus, this is the lattice rectum, suppose this is R my dear friends, R, okay. F is the focus of H which is nearest to that point P, F is the focus, okay. Now the area of triangle QFR, this is simple as you just find this particular focus, that means you require eccentricity AE. How will you find eccentricity? Root of 4 plus 2 by 4 which is root of 6 by 4 which is root of 3 by 2 my dear friends, or root 6 by 2, that is fine. And AE is going to be, you can write this is root 6 by 2 my dear friends, A is 2, AE is root 6 my dear friends, root 6 comma 0. So you know this point. So this particular focus you can write, see this is its x coordinate will be root 6 itself, this is 2b square by a, b square by a, right, this height b square by a, which is 1 my dear friends. And you just find the tangent here at S1 is equal to 0 my dear friends. You just see the point where it is going to cut x axis. S1 equal to 0 stands for this one, 1 by 4 into xx1 minus 1 by 2 into yy1 is equal to 1 my dear friends. You just see where it cuts x axis, put y coordinate is 0, x is equal to 1. So 1 comma 0. So you know this distance and this distance now, this height is 1, this is also 1, you root 6 minus 1 here, root 6 minus 1 is the distance. So half into root 6 minus 1 into height is 1. So this is the answer my dear friends. So triangle Q, this one is the answer. Okay, right my dear friend, just do the calculations properly. This is b square by a, yeah, this is 1 itself, this is the lattice rectum part, half into this one. Okay, just do the calculation accordingly. Just what you need to do is this height and this point, you will get the answer. Next, so the coefficient of a power 7 b power 8 in this expansion means at some point of view general term will be like this is my dear friends, a power alpha 2b power beta into 4ab power 10 minus alpha minus beta, some will be 10, right, by alpha factorial, beta factorial, 10 minus alpha, or you can say gamma factorial. This is the general term my dear friends. He said try to simplify, this is going to be, I can say my dear friends, alpha power, otherwise you could take it as gamma, this is gamma factorial. So a power alpha plus gamma is there into b power beta plus gamma is there, of course into 2 power beta is there, 4 power gamma is there, by alpha factorial into beta factorial into gamma factorial. One thing, alpha plus gamma must be 7 now and beta plus gamma must be 8, and of course alpha plus beta plus gamma must be 10. So from this beta is equal to 3, alpha is equal to 2. So obviously you are going to get, he is expecting the coefficient 2 power beta into 4 power, you say gamma, gamma is going to be 5 here, 4 power gamma by rest of the things, that is going to be alpha factorial 2 factorial into 3 factorial into 5 factorial. This you just simplify my dear friends, you must equate it to k into 2 power 16. This is 2 power 10 already, 2 power 13, this is going to be 2 cube my dear friends. Accordingly you will get the value of k. Next friends, you see this function, the function f from closed a to b defined by f of x is this, takes the value a plus b by 2 for some a comma b. Fine, y is equal to g of x defined from a to b. Arey yaar, this is the function which is continuous and differentiable, and f of a you substitute my dear friends, you will get a, f of b you will get b. Undoubtedly, since it is continuous and differentiable, it takes every value between f of, you see, a and b, because the outputs extreme ends are a and b. So this statement is correct. So it also takes the value between their average, a plus b by 2 will also be taken. This statement is correct, and g of x is defined in closed AB and continuous on open AB he has given. That means my dear friends, suppose this is AB, continuous on open AB, but f of a here, f of b here, then it won't take the value between these two gaps. So second statement will be wrong, because it can't take all values between g of a and g of b, right. So this statement is wrong. Yeah dear students, the next one, you see this question, the area of the region set of all ordered pairs xy, we can see my dear friends here, you see set of all ordered pairs xy mod x minus y less than or equal to mod x minus 1 less than or equal to y, and this is very clear dear students. If you just take this graph, at 1 mod y is equal to mod x minus 1 graph is this, right. The next, this curve is nothing but y square plus x square is equal to 5, which is a circle with center 0 0 and radius root 5, and of which you have to take the part where y is positive, only upper half plane, right my dear friends. And here you need to see where they are going to intersect. In fact, this is going to be mod x minus y less than or equal to y, means upper region you are going to take. You see just point 1 comma 1 satisfies. So I can say this region my dear friends, okay. And here you can say this curve is y is equal to x minus 1, this is going to be 1 minus x, and here this is the graph x is equal to 1 my dear friend, this is the one. So here I can say where they are going to intersect, you need to check. This is y is equal to especially say 1 minus x, this is y is equal to y square plus x square is equal to 5. You just put y is equal to 1 minus x whole square plus x square is equal to 5 square, in the sense my dear friends 2 square plus 1 square. 1 minus x can be, you see if I put x is equal to 2 is one possibility and x is equal to minus 1 is other possibility. So friend, this is minus 1, this is 2. So you simply apply the integral minus 1 to 1, this integral upper curve is this root of 5 minus x square minus lower curve is you can say 1 minus x dx plus integral, this is going to be 1 to 2, upper curve is here you can say root of 5 minus x square minus lower curve is x minus 1 dx my dear friend. This is going to give you the answer for this. You need to simplify this in the form of lambda into pi by 4 plus mu. I think you know how to do integration of this. Root of a square minus x square formula, I think you know, its integral is x by 2 into given function, that is a square minus x square plus a square by 2 into sin inverse x by a. You can apply this. This formula helps you in finding this integral. Next my dear friends, you see alpha beta are the maximum minimum of this expression. You see if you write it as 2 cube 2 power 6 sin 3x plus this is going to be 2 square, this is 8 cos 3x. This is the function my dear friends. You see this is like a cos x plus b sin x plus c, its minimum value is you see minus 10, maximum value is 6 8, right. So 36 minus 10 and maximum value is 10 my dear friends. So I can say alpha is maximum minimum value of this 2 power minus 10 to power 10, right. Beta is minimum of x belongs to R, you see minimum maximum of all these things, minimum of all these things, alpha beta are done. Now you can say 2 power minus 10, this is 2 power 10. So this is going to be alpha power 1 by 5 will become 2 power minus 2. So beta power 1 by 5 will become 2 square my dear friends. Now you beta power 1 by 5 this is. Now this is the quadratic equation whose roots are these. So you can find this is 1 by 4 and 4 are the roots of this. You can find b and c values my dear friends, you can substitute here, that's it, simple. Next you see the number of integral values of k for which this line intersects. A line intersects a circle in the sense perpendicular distance from center onto the line d must be less than radius. Perpendicular, its center is 1 comma 2, its radius is 1 my dear friends. Perpendicular distance means 3 plus 8 minus k by 5, d must be less than radius. You just solve this inequation, the number of integer values of k which satisfy this you need to take, okay. Next my dear friends, the number of 5-digit natural numbers such that product of their digits is 36. Actually 9 4s are 36, this is 2 square into 3 square my dear friends. You can take 1 1 2 2 3 3, one combination 5 digits. You can arrange them in the form of you see 6 factorial by, so he is asking 5-digit numbers, right. So 5-digit natural numbers, so 5 factorial by 2 factor into 2 factorial. You can also take 1 1 2 3, 9. You see my dear friends, 3, 3, you can mix 2 3s, you can say 2, 2, 9. So, in this case you are going to get 5 factorial by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. You can also take 1, 1, 3, 3, 4, this is the case. Here also 5 factorial by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Next case friends, you can write 1, 1, 1, you can write 4, 9, which you can say 5 factorial by 3 factorial, and you will also get few other cases 1, 1, 1, this is 6, 6 is the other combination, which is 5 factorial by 3 factorial into 2 factorial, and you can also try 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 2, 2, 9, and you can also say this is digits must be 5 distinct digits. You see the number of 5 digit natural numbers such that product of their, this is 36. So, you can also check other combination my dear friends. Yeah, you can say 6 we have seen 2 square combination, 2 into 3 combination. So, 3 means other combinations, all the other combination we have checked, and you see you see all the possibilities, we have to add all these, you are going to get the answer. That number is given as k, you need to find k by 20 my dear friends, that is all. Next, this question, maximum of this expression is alpha and minimum of this expression is alpha when x is taken 0 to 2. You see you can take 9 minus x square by 5 minus x, like my dear friends, this is 25 minus x square, you can write minus 16 by 5 minus x, which you will get 5 plus x minus 16 by 5 minus x, or I can say 5 plus x plus 16 by x minus 5, you can write. This is the expression my dear friends. By taking its derivative, you can find where it will have minimum and maximum when x is taken 0 to 1 by 2, and you can find that maximum value and minimum value to be alpha and beta. You can find alpha value to be 2 my dear friends, beta value to be 5 by 3. So, this becomes integral minus 1 to, this is 3, maximum of this my dear friends. Again, if you just observe the graphs of these two, you can observe this integral minus 1 to 9 by 5. This expression will be maximum 9 minus x square by 5 minus x, which you can write like this so that you can integrate easily, plus integral 9 by 5 to 3, x will be the maximum one. Just what you need is take its derivative and observe where it will have maximum minimum, and just you need to draw both the graphs, and you just try to solve these two, you will understand. This is also kind of polynomial because x minus 5 has a problem at 5, not between you see 1 and 3. So, you can easily draw my dear friends. Next, you see he has given 3 probabilities, and you just apply each probability between 0 to 1, you will get the range of P1 and P. You will get 2 by 3 less than or equal to P less than or equal to 1, which gives P1 and P2 values, right. Next my dear friends, the polynomial of degree 3 has local maximum value at 8, maximum value 8 at x is equal to 1, local minimum 4 at x is equal to 2. So, that means P dash x you can take like, you see some number k into x minus 1 into x minus 2, you can write, because its derivative must be 0, because it is a cubic, right, its derivative will be 0 at 1 and 2. So, why do not you take P of x as k, x square will become x cube by 3 minus k is fine, otherwise k into x square integral x cube by 3 minus 3x will become minus 3x square by, yeah, right, P of x my dear friends, because this is P into x square minus 3x plus 2, you can write this is k into, so k into x cube by 3 minus 3x square by 2 plus 2x my dear friends. This is the function P of x, and moreover we got P of 1 is 8 and P of 2 is equal to 4 my dear friends. If you put these two values, your plus L also you can put, integration constant. If you substitute these two values, you will get k value and L value, so that P of x is known completely. Now he is asking 24 by P of 0. Arey yaar, I just want L value, P of 0 is L, plus 5 you can find, my dear friends. Okay. Next, see, 3 numbers are the length of the sides of a triangle, step R is. So, two cases, which is the largest one? So, here my dear friends, if R is more than 1, right, these are the length of sides of a triangle, means if R is more than 1, you can also take R is equal to 1, they also form a right angle triangle, step R, definitely it will have two possibilities, my dear friends. Why do not you take R is equal to 1? If you take R is equal to 1, 5, 5, 5 will also be at the sides of a triangle. So, R can be 1, step R is equal to 1 possible, and if R is between 0 to 1, my dear friends, yeah, so undoubtedly this is the smallest. So, 5R square and 5R square, 5R, 5, this is the order. Sum of any two sides is greater than third side, we apply for smaller 2 generally. If it is true, in other case it will always be true, R square plus R minus 1 greater than 0. You just find the range of R, my dear friends, when R less than 1. For those automatically R will be, so you just, I am just checking R less than 1 case. Of course, R must be positive, it is possible you will get some R. Similarly, when R is more than 1, he would have mentioned some value R greater than 1, my dear friends. So, in that case, then you will get the unique answer. If R is more than 1, this is the order, 5 plus 5R is less than 5R square. So, R square minus R minus 1 greater than 0. You just find R the range here, you will observe that step R will be, you can say, my dear friends, step R will be 1. So, I feel he would have given R greater than 1. In that case, step R will be possibility only 1. Okay. Next, my dear friends, this integral you just take like 1 by, you can write x plus 1 by 2 whole square plus 3 by 4 root 3 by 2 whole square, my dear friends, dx. You just take x plus 1 by 2 as root 3 by 2 tan alpha. So, that this becomes, this is root 3 by 2 whole square is 3 by 4, right, root 3 by 2 whole square is 3 by 4, this comes like 3 by 4, even whole square comes out, into 1 plus, this is tan square alpha plus 1 will become secant square alpha, finally secant power 4 alpha, into dx will become root 3 by 2 into secant square alpha d alpha, my dear friends. Yeah, this is going to be. So, you can say here root 3 by 2, you just write the simplification, root 3 by 2 into 16 by 9 into 1 by secant square alpha will become cos square alpha d alpha, my dear friends, which is, you can say, 8 by, this is 3 root 3 into cos square alpha, you can write 1 plus cos 2 alpha by 2 d alpha. Now, you can easily integrate, my dear friends, 1 by 2 into d alpha comes, alpha will be in terms of this. So, you will also get this particular expression there. So, you will get the answer related to A, B, so that you can substitute here, integration is evaluated, right friends. That is all about this paper, which is bit time taking paper, otherwise it is fine. All the best.